There are moments in every life when a profound change is set in motion by an unseen hand, a shift your spirit recognizes long before any physical evidence appears. You have felt it, haven't you? That internal certainty that something sacred has been altered. The ground that was once barren and hostile to your efforts is now starting to yield life. This is not a coincidence. We are approaching a pivotal threshold. As we move into February, specifically around the first of the month, the energy is shifting from a season of waiting to a season of movement. But with this movement comes a very specific, very dangerous test. It is a test that has trapped the chosen ones for centuries. It is the test of the return. When you get rich, when your spirit lightens, when the abundance finally begins to flow, the people who hurt you, the people who ignored you, and the people who betrayed you will try to return. They will not come with weapons, they will come with smiles. They will not come with anger, they will come with nostalgia. And if you are not prepared, if you do not understand the spiritual and psychological mechanics of why this happens, you might open the door to the very destruction you just spent years praying to escape. Before we go any further, I need you to understand that this video is not just information. It is a preparation for what is about to happen in your life. The universe is beginning to dismantle the resistance that held you back. But true blessings do not erupt into your life with chaos. They emerge with the steady, quiet power of a sunrise. Your role is not to announce this dawn, but to rise with it. Why do they come back? This is the question that plagues the minds of the kind-hearted. Why does the ex-partner who called you worthless suddenly send a text saying they've been thinking about you? Why does the family member who mocked your dreams suddenly want to come over for dinner? Why do old friends who ghosted you during your depression suddenly reappear when you start posting about your success? To understand this, we have to bridge the gap between spiritual attention. You need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. Law and human psychology. Scientifically, we can look at the reticular activating system in the brain. People notice what is relevant to them. When you were struggling, when you were vibrating at a frequency of lack and despair, you were invisible to them because you had nothing they wanted. You were not a resource. You were, in their eyes, a liability. But now, something has changed. You are shifting. Even if the money hasn't hit your bank account yet, your frequency has changed. You are vibrating at the level of abundance. You are walking differently. You are speaking differently. And in the spiritual realm, you have become a beacon of light. Moths are not attracted to darkness. They are attracted to light. Parasites do not attach themselves to dead hosts. They attach themselves to living, thriving organisms. When these people try to return, it is not because they have had a change of heart. It is because they have sensed a change in your harvest. They are coming back to eat fruit from a tree they did not water. They want the shade of a canopy they refuse to help plant. This is the first danger of the blessing, the assumption that everyone is happy for you. You must shatter this illusion immediately. Not everyone in your circle is prepared to witness your ascent. Some were comfortable with your struggle because it kept you relatable. It kept you non-threatening. Your growth illuminates their stagnation. Your light casts a shadow on their inertia. This is not to shame them, but to liberate you from environments that were never designed to contain the greatness being cultivated within you. The divine instruction for this season is silence. Move quietly. Silence is not about concealment. It is a strategic maneuver. It safeguards what is still in its infancy. Think about a seed. You do not publicize a seed the moment it sprouts. You do not dig it up to show the neighbors that it has roots. You nurture it. You protect it. You shield it until it is strong enough to endure the inevitable storms of envy and misinterpretation. In this private space, you are being trained. Your character is being forged to match the magnitude of your assignment. Your habits, your heart, and your spiritual hearing are being refined so you can carry what others would have fumbled. The arrival of abundance is not a finish line. It is the start of a new trial. It is the proving ground where you demonstrate your ability to remain grounded. There is a concept in psychology called hoovering, often associated with narcissistic personalities. It describes the attempt to suck a victim back into a toxic relationship. But spiritually, this goes deeper. It is an attempt by the adversary to distract you right at the moment of your promotion. The enemy knows that if he can get you to re-engage with the past, he can delay your future. These people who return are not just people. They are portals to your old self. They are anchors trying to hook into a ship that is trying to sail. When they return, they will use your history against you. They will say, "Remember the good times," avoiding the memory of the abuse. They will say, "I've changed," without showing any fruit of that change. They will try to trigger your empathy. And because you are a chosen one, because you have a heart of gold, you are vulnerable here. You want to believe the best in people. You want to believe that your success has healed them. But your success does not heal them. It only triggers their greed and their insecurity. I want you to pause for a moment and reflect. Is there someone who has recently reappeared in your life as things started going well? Is there a text message sitting in your phone right now from someone who shouldn't be there? This is not a coincidence. It is a test. Before I reveal the specific signs that someone is returning only for your resources, I want to ask you to do something that solidifies your position in this community. If you are ready to protect your energy and claim this new season, go ahead and like this video. It signals to the universe that you are paying attention. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We are building a legion of spiritually awakened individuals who are ready to lead. Join us. Now let's go deeper into the psychology of the return. When you get rich, and I use the word rich to mean wealthy in spirit, in finance, in health, and in joy, you become a mirror. When a toxic person looks at you, they see what they could have been if they had done the work. This causes them pain. To alleviate that pain, they have two choices. They can do the work themselves, or they can try to bring you down to their level so the mirror is broken. Most will choose the latter. They will try to return to your life to find a flaw. They want to be close enough to see the cracks in your armor. They want to be able to say, "See, he hasn't really changed. She's still the same." They need your validation to feel better about their own lack of progress. Do not give it to them. This brings us to the concept of the quiet season. Why is it so important to keep your next move silent? Why does the scripture and ancient wisdom tell us to guard our tongues? Because premature announcement invites premature attack. When you announce your plans, you are broadcasting your coordinates to the enemy. You are telling the world exactly where to aim their arrows of doubt and jealousy. There is a biological reason for this as well. When you tell someone your goal, your brain releases a hit of dopamine, the pleasure chemical. It gives you the feeling of having achieved the goal without actually doing the work. This reduces your motivation to actually execute the plan. But when you keep it quiet, that internal pressure builds. That energy has nowhere to go but into the work. It becomes fuel. So when the abundance hits, and it is hitting this February for many of you, your instruction is to act normal. Do not buy the flashy car immediately. Do not post the screenshot of the bank balance. Do not call the people who doubted you to rub it in their faces. That is the ego talking. And the ego is the enemy of the spirit. The truly chosen operate differently. They don't engage in boasting or competition. They move with a quiet authority, understanding that authentic power has no need for validation. Wealth doesn't corrupt, it reveals. It will expose whatever lies dormant in your heart. If there is pride, it will inflate. If there is greed, it will expand. But if there is gratitude, it will multiply. For some of you, the financial breakthrough has been delayed. You have been asking, why not me? Why not now? Understand this, the delay was not a rejection, it was a form of protection. You were being protected from a promotion you weren't ready for. If you had received this wealth 5 years ago, it might have destroyed you. You might have spent it on things that didn't matter, or worse, on people who didn't matter. The waiting period made you wiser. The hardship instilled discipline. The silence sharpened your spiritual senses. Now, you are not just ready to receive, you are prepared to manage. You are prepared to build a legacy. You are prepared to steward an inheritance that begins not with a sum of money, but with the choice to walk in humility and purpose. When the people who hurt you try to return, you must exercise the power of discernment. Discernment is not judgment. Judgment is looking at the outside. Discernment is seeing the spirit behind the action. When they call, listen to your body. Does your stomach tighten? Does your energy drop? Do you feel a sudden wave of anxiety? That is your intuition, your Holy Spirit connection, warning you. The world might call it a hunch, but you will recognize it as divine revelation. You must learn to say no without explanation. No is a complete sentence. You do not owe them a justification for why they cannot have access to you anymore. Access to you is a privilege, not a right. And it is a privilege they forfeited when they mistreated you in the wilderness. You cannot take everyone to the mountaintop. Some people are meant to be loved from a distance. Some people are part of your history, not your destiny. There is a very specific danger that comes with the "I always knew you could do it" crowd. These are the people who ignored your struggle but now claim they were your biggest fans. This is gaslighting. They are trying to rewrite history to secure a spot in your future. Do not be deceived. People show you who they are when you have nothing to offer them. Believe them the first time. But what about forgiveness? You might ask, aren't I supposed to forgive? Yes, forgiveness is mandatory for your own spiritual freedom, but reconciliation is optional. Forgiveness happens in your heart. Reconciliation happens in a relationship. A relationship requires trust, and if trust has been broken, it must be earned back. And frankly, most of the people returning when you get rich are not interested in earning trust. They are interested in spending your energy. Forgive them, release the bitterness, but keep the gate locked. You are the guardian of your soul and the steward of your resources. If you allow thieves into the treasury, you are not being kind. You are being an irresponsible steward. As we move through February, watch for the opportunities that seem to seek you out. The doors that remained sealed for years will now swing open without any force. This is the sign of divine alignment. When you are in alignment, you do not have to force things. You do not have to manipulate. You do not have to beg. The blessings chase you down. However, beware of the distractions that follow these blessings. The adversary will send counterfeit connections, people who praise you publicly but conspire privately. Your discernment must be your shield. Not every open door is a divine one. Some open doors are trapdoors. How do you tell the difference? A divine door brings peace. A trapdoor brings confusion and a rush of adrenaline that feels like excitement, but is actually anxiety. A divine connection will encourage your purpose, not just your profit. A counterfeit connection will focus on what you have, not who you are. A divine partner will respect your boundaries. A counterfeit partner will constantly test them. I want to challenge you today. As you step into this season of increase, make a covenant with yourself. Decide right now that you will not be swayed by the applause of the crowd or the sudden attention of the past. Decide that your validation comes from within and from the divine source, not from the opinions of others. In this phase, practice anonymous generosity. This is a powerful spiritual weapon. When you give without letting anyone know, you declare that your source is infinite. You detach yourself from the ego's need for recognition. Let your giving be an act of worship, unseen by others. In this quiet obedience, you will receive clear guidance, where to invest, where to give, and when to walk away. There is a secret about wealth that the world doesn't teach you. Money is energy, it is a current. That is why it is called currency. If you block the flow with fear or greed, it stagnates. If you let it flow with wisdom and generosity, it refreshes everything it touches. The people who return from your past are blockages. They are trying to dam up the river that is just starting to flow. Do not let them. You are being called to a higher standard. The chosen ones are the architects of the new earth. You are the ones who will build businesses with a conscience. You are the ones who will create art that heals. You are the ones who will lead families with integrity. To do this, you must be strong. You must be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. The next revelation I am about to share is crucial for maintaining your wealth once it arrives. Many people get rich, but few stay wealthy. The difference is in the mindset. The rich mindset thinks about consumption. The wealthy mindset thinks about distribution and legacy. When the vampires from your past return, they are operating from a poverty mindset, even if they have money. They are operating from a place of taking. You must stay in the place of creating. If you engage with them, you lower your frequency to match theirs. You enter the realm of competition and scarcity. Stay high. Stay in the realm of creation and abundance. It is lonely up there sometimes, yes, but the view is clear and the air is clean. We are building a community here of people who understand this language. If this message is resonating with your spirit, I want you to leave a comment below. Write, "I am ready for the shift." Let this be your declaration. Let this be your written contract with the universe. I am ready for the shift. Read the comments of others, like them, support them. We are in this together. Now let's talk about the specific date, February 1st. In numerology and spiritual timing, the start of February represents a purification. January is often a chaotic month, a hangover from the previous year. But February is when the true new energy settles in. It is a time of clarity. Use this time to clean house. Physical clutter creates mental clutter. Mental clutter creates spiritual blockage. If you want to see the manifestation of the wealth that is promised to you, you must make room for it. Clear out your closet, clear out your phone contacts, clear out your email list, and most importantly, clear out the emotional baggage of the past. When those old faces pop up in your mind or on your screen, bless them and release them. Do not engage, do not argue, do not try to prove them wrong. Your success is the proof. Your peace is the proof. Your joy is the proof. The adversary hates your joy more than he hates your money. He knows that joy is strength. If he can steal your joy by reminding you of past hurts, he renders you weak. Do not give him that satisfaction. Guard your joy ferociously. It is your greatest asset. You might feel a sense of guilt when you start to say no to people. This is normal for the chosen ones. You are empaths. You feel the pain of others, but you must realize that enabling someone is not helping them. Allowing a parasite to feed on you does not help the parasite evolve. It only keeps it dependent. By setting a boundary, you are actually loving them. You are forcing them to find their own connection to the source, rather than siphoning off yours. The coming weeks will bring synchronicities. You will see repeating numbers. You will hear conversations that seem to answer questions you were just thinking about. You will find resources appearing just when you need them. Pay attention. These are the breadcrumbs leading you to your destiny. But remember, the path is narrow. Not everyone can walk it with you. The higher you go, the smaller your circle becomes. This is not a bad thing. It is a necessary refinement. The air is thinner at the top. It requires stronger lungs. It requires a heart that has been tested. Your roots must grow deep before your branches can spread wide. A tree that grows too fast is vulnerable, but one rooted in stillness and prayer becomes unshakable. Be the tree that is planted by the water. Let your leaves not wither. Let whatever you do prosper. Do not be afraid of the solitude. In the solitude, God speaks. In the noise of the crowd, it is hard to hear the whisper of divine direction. Cherish the quiet moments. They are the incubator for your next level. As you prepare to receive, remember that you are a vessel. The goal is not just to be a container, but a conduit. The blessings flow to you so they can flow through you. When you understand this, you become dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. A wealthy person who is selfish is of no threat to the enemy, but a wealthy person who is generous, who is awake, and who is guided by the Spirit. That is a warrior. That is a force of nature. That is who you are becoming. So when the text comes in, when the friend request appears, when the unexpected knock on the door happens, smile. You know what it is. It is the confirmation that you have leveled up. It is the evidence that your light is shining. But keep the door locked. Send them love and get back to work. You have a legacy to build. There is one final secret I need to share with you, something that most people overlook when they start to succeed. It is the concept of the upper limit problem. We all have an internal thermostat for how much happiness, success, and love we allow ourselves to feel. When we exceed that setting, we subconsciously self-sabotage to bring ourselves back down to what feels safe. The return of toxic people is often a trigger for this self-sabotage. We feel guilty for surpassing them. We feel bad that we are doing well while they are stuck. So we lower our defenses. We let them in. We create drama to lower our vibration back to a familiar level of chaos. You must be aware of this. You must consciously raise your thermostat. You must affirm to yourself, I am allowed to be happy. I am allowed to be wealthy. I am allowed to be at peace, even if others are not. Expand your capacity to receive. Breathe into it. Do not shrink back. The world needs you to be big. The world needs you to be powerful. The world needs you to be fully realized. This February, let the dead leaves fall. Let the old branches be pruned. Stand tall in your purpose. The season of thankless labor was witnessed. Every tear was counted. Every prayer was heard. The universe is balancing the scales. You are receiving more than just financial gain. You are being entrusted with a mantle of responsibility. This is not common prosperity. It is wealth intertwined with your purpose. The first challenge is to handle this increase without seeking applause. Can you experience blessing without broadcasting it? Let your actions and results be your only testimony. When your resources increase, your soul shouldn't swell with pride. It should bow in gratitude. This is precisely why the blessing was held back. Now, you are ready. Walk in this truth. Walk in this power. And remember, the people who hurt you do not belong in your future. They belong to a lesson you have already learned. You have graduated. Do not go back to the classroom you have already left. Stay focused. Stay silent. Stay chosen. If this message has blessed you, share it with someone who needs to hear it, but choose wisely. Share it with those who have ears to hear. And before you go, check the description for more resources to help you on this journey. We are building something massive here, and you are a vital part of it. The shift is here. February 1st is the gateway. Walk through it with your head held high and your boundaries firmly in place. The best is yet to come. I will see you in the next video. But wait, do not click away just yet, because if you are still listening, if you are still here, while others have moved on to the next distraction, it confirms something vital about your spirit. It confirms that you are not just looking for motivation, you are looking for transformation. You are part of the remnant. You are part of the 1% who are willing to dig deeper than the surface level. And because you are still here, I am going to share the advanced teaching, the meat that is too heavy for those who only want the milk. What I am about to tell you is the missing key that explains why 90% of people fail right after they make a decision to change. It is called the extinction burst. In psychology, when you stop reinforcing a behavior, like when you stop responding to a toxic person or you stop engaging in a bad habit, the behavior doesn't just fade away quietly. It spikes. It gets louder, more aggressive, and more intense right before it dies. This is a scientific fact, but it is also a spiritual law. When you decided to level up this month, when you decided to draw that boundary, you initiated an extinction burst in your environment. The chaos you are seeing right now, the sudden emergencies, the car breaking down, the unexpected bill, the ex-partner calling at 2 a.m. after 3 years of silence. That is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is the violent thrashing of the old version of your life trying to survive. It is the ego of your environment fighting to keep you in homeostasis. Most people interpret this resistance as a sign to stop. They think, oh, I tried to set a boundary, and now everything is going wrong, so I better go back to how it was. No. That is the trap. The spike in chaos is actually the indicator that the old program is dying. You are killing the old dynamic by starving it of your attention. You must hold the line. If you cave in now, if you reply to that text, if you lower your standard to keep the peace, you reset the clock. You reinforce the behavior, and the next time you try to leave, the resistance will be even stronger. You have to understand the physics of your ascension. As you raise your vibration, you become a threat to the misery of those around you. Misery does not just love company. Misery needs company to survive. It feeds on validation. When you withdraw your energy, you are essentially cutting off the food supply to the demons, literal or metaphorical, that inhabit your old circle. They are starving, and a starving entity is a dangerous one. They will try to bait you. They will try to trigger you. They will use your history against you. This leads us to a concept that is rarely spoken about in modern spirituality, the hook of familiarity. The enemy knows he cannot tempt you with something you hate. He has to tempt you with something you love, or at least something you are used to. He will use the familiar voice, the familiar comfort, the familiar dysfunction. It is the golden handcuffs of emotional abuse. You know it's bad for you, but it feels like home. You need to rewire your definition of home. Home is no longer a place of chaos. Home is no longer a place where you have to shrink to fit in. Home is now peace. Home is now dignity. Home is now the presence of God. Anything that threatens that peace is a trespasser. You have the legal and spiritual authority to evict it. Let's go deeper into the biology of this. Your nervous system has been addicted to the cortisol and adrenaline of drama for years. When you finally find peace, your body might actually feel uncomfortable. You might feel bored. You might feel a strange anxiety, waiting for the other shoe to drop. This is your body going through withdrawal from the chemicals of stress. Do not mistake this peace for boredom. Do not go creating problems just to feel normal again. You are detoxing. Drink water. Pray. Sit in the silence. until the silence feels like luxury, not punishment. I want you to think about the story of the crab bucket. If you put one crab in a bucket, it can easily climb out. But if you put a bunch of crabs in a bucket, the moment one tries to escape, the others will grab its legs and pull it back down. They don't do this out of malice. They do it out of instinct. They are terrified of separation. Your family, your old friends, your co-workers, they are the crabs. They are not pulling you down because they hate you. They are pulling you down because your freedom highlights their captivity. Your success forces them to look at their own stagnation, and that is painful. So how do you handle this without becoming bitter? How do you cut them off without losing your own humanity? You use the grey rock method, but you elevate it with spiritual armor. The grey rock method means you become as uninteresting and unresponsive as a grey rock. You give short answers, you show no emotion, you offer no fuel, but spiritually you must do more. You must bless them from a distance while barring the door. There is a profound scripture that says, "Do not cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn and tear you in pieces." This sounds harsh, but it is protective. Your dreams, your new business ideas, your spiritual revelations, these are your pearls. When you share them with people who are committed to misunderstanding you, you are casting your pearls. And notice the second part of the verse, "and turn and tear you in pieces." When you overshare with the wrong people, you are handing them the ammunition to destroy you. Stop telling them your next move. Stop looking for their approval on a vision God gave to you, not them. They cannot see what you see because they are not tuned to your frequency. It is like trying to explain color to a man who has chosen to be blind. It is a waste of your precious energy. And right now, you need every ounce of that energy to build the new life. We are moving into a season of rapid acceleration. The delays you experienced in January were not denials. They were the pulling back of the slingshot. You were being pulled back into the tension, into the darkness, into the pressure. Why? So that when the finger of God releases you, you will fly further and faster than you ever could have on your own. The tension is necessary for the trajectory. But here is the warning. When the launch happens, you cannot be tethered to anything heavy. If you are tied to a toxic relationship when the slingshot releases, you will snap. You will be torn apart. This is why the separation had to happen. God is not punishing you by removing these people. He is protecting your structural integrity. He is lightening the load so you can clear the fence. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.